episode 710. If you did not watch episode 709, where I penny roll hunted a Loomis roll, check it out. They look very similar to other bank rolls, but they say Loomis on it. They say Loomis on them. And it was a tremendous video. We found a bunch of extra V's. It was an all 2023 Loomis roll. I have not opened up a Loomis roll in a long time. I will I don't know if maybe I'll put it in the comments below, or if I don't, just type in Loomis, Loomis, into the channel search bar and it should come up. All right, so this is a regular bankroll, and I don't know. Let's see if there's any. Some of them have copper in it. Most of them that I've been looking at lately have copper in it. Let's see. Yeah, man, ton of copper in here. Ton of copper. All right, let's take off the end. All right, maybe we could leave it like that. Nah, I don't like that. I'm gonna take them out. See how neat I can keep it. All right, not bad. All right, I missed a couple at the end. Don't want to do that. So, bank rolls, Loomis rolls, non customer wrap rolls. I like to do every once in a while. Loomis roll I haven't done in over a year, and that is, to me, I found that to be absolutely insane in the membrane, insane in the brain. But I guess that is the case. And it has a whole different feel. Oh, look at that. It's a copper. I didn't even think this was copper. Now look at that. Super die clash. It comes outside the building. You can see the line here coming out. 73D. Yep, you can see it here. Look in the head right there in the corner. They didn't. Okay, so our first coin of the day is a die clash. It's in pretty decent condition. It looks like you can see some of the polishing lines on it where they try to get rid of it. But look at that line. Turn it upside down. That should be the front of the Lincoln. Yep, look at that. So our first coin is a valuable coin. How much is it worth? I don't know, $5, something like that. Maybe more. I don't know. I don't know. But it's worth something. I cannot believe that our first two coins out of a bank wrap roll are both copper. That's incredible, man. It's incredible. I mean, these are older bank rolls. 2020. When I say older, I mean, not from, 20, 30, 40 years ago. But they're not from 2025. I think they're from 2023 or 2024. And as long as we get a couple errors and a few more copper pennies, then we will be able to do our 10 short videos. Sometimes I don't get the 10 copper pennies. I see that. Look at this nonsense. Do you see that? Do you see that? Are you serious now? Are you serious now? That's a meme. I forgot the meme is. Look at that. Look. I do not know what that is. It looks like a continuation of the. Let me look at it under a loop. Yeah, man. What year? I've never seen this error before. I have no idea if it's a double die or not. Yep. There's also the little mark on that last. That could be a hit mark. But the most important thing really is this on the shield right there. Oh, there it is. It's funny. I came up here because I see another little line, but I think that's just damage. Now, I see the scraping here, right? And I'm pretty sure that must be related to this. But it's just so interesting how it's a very, very sharp angle shape. I'm going to put that with the other one. So we have two arrow coins very early into this penny roll hunt. This is a 1992. Imagine this had the close AM. Better not. Yeah, these are pretty bad condition. I should probably throw those two out. I don't want to keep those. I wouldn't want to send those two to somebody in a penny roll. So I'm not going to even keep them. See, that's how they. Oh, look at this. It's a blister mark, but you hardly find blister marks on the reverse. Oh, 2023. No extra V. And I need an extra 2023 because we took out 9 from yesterday's roll, and this is in pretty nice condition. I'm gonna put this. I know. Does that make it valuable? That's a good question. Let me look at that. I mean, it's got a lip. It's so small. I'm gonna say it doesn't give extra value. It's not like the other coin we found. It's not like the other coin we found where it had a very distinct. I mean, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm gonna put it into a flip. I have no idea. For all I know, it is valuable, and I'm gonna just throw it away. Can't do that. 2003. '86. I'm grabbing it from. I'm grabbing the coins from the end, obviously. And for some reason, these are pretty dirty for a bankroll. Not all of them, but some of them. Here goes a nice copper penny. 76. Has a little bit of a weird strike to it. All right, that's copper penny number 2. Let's make that copper penny. No, it's not copper. This ain't copper. 2005. '62 Denver. That's copper penny number 3. Ah, we got a Canadian. Look at this. 1980 is copper. I think 1996 and earlier is copper. That's great. We got a Canadian. I like these. I like these bank wrap rolls, man. When they're nice and eclectic like this, I like them. I like them a lot. Possible die clash. I don't know. It's just a little too dirty for me. Unless it was a sick error. I'll pass on that one. I got my coffee here. Let me take a nice little swing. Yeah, that's the stuff. I put a little bit of the Irish creamer. $19.97. No extra ear. I know there's like one or two other ones that have the extra ear. I forgot what it is. I don't know if it's 2017 P. I think they're earlier than 97. I think it's like the 80 something. It could be a 2005. I can't remember what the other one is. But I always remember that 97. I don't know if that is a mint error or not, but probably doesn't make it any more valuable. But I do hold on to all the 2017 Ps unless they're super damaged. And I hold on to the shiny Lincoln Memorials. That's the 89. That's the G that you're looking for on the back of the 88. You can see the bottom part of the G, how thick it is, and it has the serif, the square, is squared out going down. The 88s, they don't look like that. I think it was a nice copper penny, nice 1967. That's copper penny number really 5, if you want to include the Canadian. $2015. Yeah, it's damaged. So we found the 2023. That's probably going to be our earliest coin. Cop penny number 6. I'm going to have to look at that under the loop. Right? Oh, a 70S. Okay, so the 7. Oh, hold on a sec. So the 70S comes in small and large date. And I think it comes with multiple S's. I'll be right back. Let me just check real quick. Okay, so I'll read it to you what it says on the AI overview. The key 1970S penny errors include the scarce double die on the obverse, which shows dramatic doubling on the In God We Trust and Liberty, and the distinction between the common large date and the scarcest small date. Okay. The 1970S errors include repunch mint marks. Hold on one second. There's a repunch mint mark. All right, so let's look at the let's look at all that stuff. It's probably the large date. That S looks absolutely huge. Is it a repunch mint mark? I'll have to look at it under the loop. Any doubling on the Liberty? I don't think so. They show how you know the small date from the large date. I don't understand. All right, nothing on the Liberty. Okay, so nothing there. But on the reverse, we did have that weird stuff going on. So we do have the die crack or delamination. Something's going on here. I don't know what it is. Something's going on. Probably delamination, which that's what I'll take that. This is going into a flip. This isn't. I have a 1970 S tube. This is not going into the tube. I mean, could have strike through. All kinds of stuff could be going on here. So I'm going to show you what it shows on the online to know the difference between the small and large date. Let me see what happens if I click it. Yeah, so no double die. Oh no, that double die is super. Yeah, hold on, I'll show you. So the double die is super wicked. Obviously, you're gonna know when you don't need. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a million to be a genius to know that's a double die, right? We didn't. Oh, large date, small date. I don't know. So we didn't find the weak Liberty. Here we go. This is what you want to know. All right. So on the large date, the 7 is a little bit lower, and on the small date, the 7 is aligned. So let me look at this under the loop and see if I could tell by eye. Yeah, the 7 looks lower. It definitely looks like the large date. I mean, the coin's not in bad condition. Let me tell you something. The Liberty is very strong. The S, I don't think is a repunch mint mark. Um, I don't know if the 7's that low. I'll let you look at it now. I'll probably do a little bit of another video on this later. Yeah, you can look at it. You can tell me. Let me take a picture. I'm gonna take a picture of it, and we'll put a little line on it for the thumbnail. What do you think? You think that's 7? I think the 7's a little bit below the 9 and 0. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna for the thumbnail. I'll put a line across. So I'm pretty sure this is a large date. No value in that. I mean, the 70S is might be worth a little extra, but it has this tremendous delamination on the reverse, going straight through the whole. I just realized that it goes through the straight through the whole coin. And then whatever this is, I think that's delamination also, or it's a die clash, or oh, look at that, or it's a strike through. Look at this nonsense. Look at this. What is this? Look at the tremendous penny. All right, so we got that off to the side too. All right, let's keep going, or this is going to be a 3-hour long video. What's it worth? It depends, man. If that's a strike through and a delamination, and if it's a small day, forget about it. It's super huge cheese with errors. All right, that's copper penny number 7 or 8. 2015. I know the 2015 has another type of error. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at all these little weirdo one-off errors we're finding. Let me look at that under the loop. Huh. Well, I see the die chipping around the shield, which I like. And I see that little mark on the right side above the top of the tip of the shield. And that, wow. Is that a die clash? No way. Let me look at the front. No, I don't see nothing on the front. But it has a mark. I don't know what it is. It's a mint error, though. I'm sure it's related to, you see over here? It almost looks like a die clash. Look at that. I'll go closer. It's another wicked error. And it has these little die chips. So it's probably related to these die chips. And must have condition of the coin. That's always important. That's great condition, man. That's another great error we found. Unbelievable. What are these other pennies? We found so much stuff today. What a great little penny roll. See, and these are the things you cannot find if you're rushing through a penny roll hunt. If you're going, you're never going to find an error, man, if you're doing that. 88. No flat G, right? No flat G. You're never going to find an error doing that. Oh, you got a nice grease strike there. What a tremendous, look at this. There's something going on there. I won't hold on to this. That's minor. That's not valuable. Wow, beautiful 81. AU condition. Hey, you guys. Remember that video? Remember that? That was electric company? Chunk, not Chunk. Mongo. Wasn't it Mongo from Electric Company? He would swing off the pirate ship or something, or the cave walls. Mongo. That was my favorite, man. Saturday mornings. It came on right after Davy and Goliath. Tremendous. 6 o'clock in the morning. I was up at, sometimes I was up, I don't know what it is. I'm a hyperbug, 89, that's the Flare G. You could tell it's totally different looking. I'd be up at, before TV didn't come on For those of you who either are too young to know or remember, or you didn't wake up, or you didn't have a TV, that's always possible in the early 70s. So I was about, I guess, 75, 76. I was about 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old. And I would be up at, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the morning, like on a regular basis, 4 or 5 years old. And I would turn the TV on, and the first thing on was was mass. Somebody talking about God, like a religious program. That was at like 4 o'clock, 4:30. And then Davy and Goliath, which was like a religious claymation type of animation, type of a stop motion animation, came out at like 5 o'clock. And then at 5:30 came on something else, like an old cartoon, like Popeye or something like that. The black and white Popeyes. And then at some point, the electric company came on, I think around 6:30 or 7 o'clock. In 1970, that's Copper Paint number 8 or 9 or 10. Hey, we got a wheat cent of 57. Oh, what's that? No, that's nothing. Beautiful. Look at the detail on this sucker. Wow. Wow, 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 man. Tremendo. What a tremendo penny roll hunt. 92. All we need is the close AM, and we got the trifecta. Nope. What is this? Another. We're going to leave that for the end. If I pick up wheat cents upside down, I leave them for the end. So we got that one. Upside down. We're almost there. It don't matter. What a tremendous penny roll hunt. Isn't this fun? You can't tell me this ain't fun, man. My 2023s all fell apart. I don't want to get them mixed up with the 2022. Move that over. Jeez, man, I screwed it up. Anyway, it don't matter. Nothing matters and everything matters. What a contradiction, huh? Nothing matters, yet everything matters. Talk about life's ironies, right? Interesting 83, right? It's not copper, though. I don't have to weigh it. I know it's not copper. How shiny is it? Can I put this into... Oh, we might have okay, it's nice. It's a first year 80 zinc. Yeah, I might hold on to that one. It's kind of shiny. We'll see. 2017P. I think that's the second one we found, right? Yep, we found two 2017Ps. We found a shiny, all kinds of great stuff in this penny roll hunt. Absolutely tremendous. You have to be looking at them carefully to find the errors. And look at the surface on this 88. That'd be nice if it was the flared G, right? Man, is it close? Isn't that? Look how close that is to, and it's got a little bit of a split plant. Split. Oh, I wonder if that's a feeder finger too. Whoa! Look at all this stuff going on this. So we have this very weird lamination on this 88. Extremely weird. You can see the rim on the left side looks totally different than the rim on the right side. So you have this weird lamination. On the reverse, it also has this weird textured pattern lamination, and it has this line. That's exactly what the feeder finger lines look like. But you have to go, I would have to look this one up. You have to go online and it'll show you you'll put 88 feeder finger and it'll show you the exact line, exactly where it is. And either it's there or it's not. If it's not there, it's not the feeder finger. That feeder finger came from one machine that made 100,000 feeder fingers or 200,000 feeder fingers until they changed it or something happened with the machine that it stopped doing that. And it has the same exact line on every one of those coins. So if the feeder finger they show is this way, That's not it. It has to be almost exactly where it's at, going straight through the Lincoln. Let me look at it under the loop. And it's usually a very, very light line. Usually, some of them are harder. Man, and it has to be straight, which this is, it's pretty straight. I got not, this is a scratch, man. I can't believe I didn't realize that. It's a scratch. Let me look at that G real quick. The G is not a flared G. All this has is a little bit of a break on the clad electroplating. That's all. And it has a very cool looking electroplating pattern. I will not keep this. It has the sides. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it with the other one. We'll see. Found a couple shiny ones. And here we go. I think this is a 40s. No, it could be it's either a 30s or a 40s. If it's a 20s, I'd be surprised. It looks a little too worn for a 50s. It could be a 50, a 51, 52, 50. It could be a 50. But I would think if I had to make a guess, like, hey, do you want to be a millionaire? Guess what year, what decade this penny came from. I would say 40s. Holy moly. I was not guessing. I would never ever have guessed a 1917 in this condition. Wow, let me look at this under the loop very quickly. Let me check out the details. So this is off the bat, it's probably in, but boy, look at the twisting on this Liberty. That's what caught my attention. That Liberty is something else. I'm not saying it's a double die, but it sure is. They sure are thick and twisty. Let me look at the reverse. Those reeds are really nice and strong. I don't know. I would say it's a very good condition, 1917. All right, let me check real quick what they go for. Probably $1. Probably $1. 1917. Very good. Penny. I could have put VG. I wrote the whole thing out. That's the 1917S. Huh. Oh, there is an FS1. How does he know this is an FS1? Oh, that's so weird. Hold on, we gotta watch this together. Hold on. Highly